Wow, I just want to cry. I've been sitting in this seat practically all day, not not screwing around, really trying to put something together. And I'm going to show you all a bunch of my thoughts before I lose my thoughts. I'm going to record this thought unless I go over some thoughts that anyways, cut the bull. So let me get into the first one. Rabbit, rabbi, and the word of barium ferrite. Inside barium ferrite is like rice coming out from the sky, is a marriage. Barium, B-A-R, or rabbit backwards. Mui says to love. When you love, you become one. This barite, or whatever they're putting in the sky, okay, is like the way they build Corvettes, and it just molds all together and it becomes one. It's almost like saying, like, if you really want to know the earth, when you get an egg, you crack it in half. When you get an egg, if you crack it in half, you're going to have the yolk on one side and the yolk on the other. Nothing. An empty egg. On one side, you're going to have a round. The other side, you're going to have a point. The point that comes out of the ass. Obviously, the point comes out first, and it's done for a point. What I'm going to show right now is where does 666 come from, and how many different kinds of shapes do we have that we need to build one piece at a time. When we transport, we cannot transfer the complete equipment. It will be oversized, overweight. So in the realm of construction, of creation, it must be understood as the same idea. We need to reconstruct. First of all, in the letter E and E becomes the U because you connect two E worlds. We lock two E worlds, here and here, creating 10. E and E, which is 5, 5, and 5, locks these two, the head to the tail, to the front and the back, connecting both sides, the ring. The rest of it just comes all the way around. The ring, the movement, the wave, the first wave to the second wave and the third wave. Without these two, this one does not exist. 5, 5, 5 equals 1.25. Here's the picnic bench. Okay? 7 and 7 link on the inside. This is the size. Now what happens over here? The separation between the upper and lower world. When you continue the separation, look what happens. I'm not touching the first world. Look what happens. I don't touch any of the first world. And here's the first part of my X. The upper world does not touch any of me. In between, here's that Illuminati sign that shows up in between the center worlds. XOX. 6, 6, 6. The 24th letter, the 15th letter, and the 24th letter. 6, 6, 6. 2 and 4 and 2 and 4 make 8 and 6. 8 and 8 equals 7. 6 and 6 equals 3. Those are the wings. 8 and 6 make 14, 8 and 6 make 14, 5, 5, 5, because the heart of each one. The X is the 10th letter. The X is the 10th letter. 10 and 10 equals 20, creating the O in the center, creating 200, 200, or 400 years. When you put them together, X, it becomes V. Eliminate the 0, and V. 50 and 50, half and half. Half and half create the circle. 21 is the 21st letter, creates the cube. 7 and 3. This is the way our X is created. So we have a V, an X, and two V's now. If we want to look the way it's made, here's your cross and here's your cross. We have one fine line. The Aleph letter is made by one line. We cannot change the line. Either I mark the bar this way, and I will create one part of what they call the arm of the Magen David. And I create this one to here, and this one to here. If you keep creating these, this will create your Magen David. Draw a Magen David and take a look. You will see 6 of these or 4 of these all the way around, creating the Magen David. Here's your cross. What is your cross? Because I'm coming into the center of this cube. These are all one-liners. One-liners, this is what you have. You have the incoming and outcoming flux. You need an in and out. If you don't have an out, the air doesn't go out. And you bring in these two worlds, 3 and 7, 1 and 9. In 1 and 9, there's a difference of 6. In 3 and 7, there's a difference of 3. 6 and 3, creation. This over here is the same reality. If you take a look at the Lamed, okay, it is boxing over the 3 corner, looking like a 2 if you want. This one is crossing over the 7 corner. 7 and 3 are the wings, but 3 connects to 2, and 7 connects to 8. And this is part of your commencing swastika. If you take a look at the swastika, okay, the swastika is made like this, and the other part of the swastika is made like this. If we put this to numbers, it would be 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. This would be 3. This would be 3, 2, 5, 8, 7. When I draw the swastika the other way, this becomes 3, 6, 5, 365 days of 47, time of Christ. This will become 1, 2, Father of the Highborn. And this will be 365, Aleph of Christ, creation of Aleph and time. 47 is time of Christ. 1 and 6 not together equals to 7, passage through 5. 1 and 9 not together, passage of 9. 1 and 9 is 10. 13 is 9 and 4 not together. 9 and 4 broken up. 9 and 1 broken up. 6 and 1 broken up. 7 passes through 5 to equal to 13. 7 minus 1 passes through 5. Everything must pass through Stargate to do anything. Is that the way we were brought into this? Or would we rather run the star system? Here's the system over here. It's either this system or this system. You do not start with this. We start the system with not this, with this over here, not this. We do not have this and this in the system. It becomes this system over here and this over here. Why is it like this? Because if you take a look at this square over here, there's no line in the center. The only way to go through is this way. That is why this one here is created the way it is, because I cannot go onto this line here. I have to go down. The same way as the wing on the Aleph is showed down on this line here, and the other one up here is because of this split world in between, of what the swastika is not showing. What the swastika shows is I would have to do this world in between right here. This is the only way to go around. We have to go 2, 4, 6, 8. We have to go around 5. This is where we get 2, 4, 6, 8, going around number 5. Don't forget, if there's a nut in the middle of my fruit, I have to go around the nut. I can't go through the nut. I take away the nut, I got the whole fruit. So we have to look at our fruits and vegetables. This is the half nut. And if you look in the race horses, the number 10 in standard bred horses, he's got a split, and it's blue and it's red. You know what's funny? I'm going to get you back to the video in a minute, but what's funny is white, red, and blue. The Montreal Canadiens, red, white, and blue. The U.S. flag, red, white, and blue. Great Britain, red, white, and blue. If Montreal wins, it marks the 25th hour. 25th Stanley Cup. 2 and 5 fit right over here. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 equals 10 and 7 equals 17, JG. Jack God. 10 equals 16, bringing in the light. 7 equals 0, 7. 0 gets 6 equals 67 becomes 13 is the AC energy that brings in the light. 67 and 16 is 83. Creation of the 3 worlds of 8. Are we upside down in this? See, there's no 8 here. There's an 8 over here. 8, 8, 8. But that's not the 8 I wanted to show. Where is the 8 I wanted to show? Oh, it's right here. It's right here. 8, 8, and 8. This is not my creation. This is the roulette table. These are the exact number placements of the roulette table. The difference is this is the same color, this is the same color, this is the same color. The squares are all black, and everything else is red. That's all it is. So red, white, and blue is the Canadians win that, and they get 83 the church. But 6 and 7 is 13 and 16. 16 becomes P, the light. 13 becomes M, the AC energy. The PM, the light of the AC energy. It says MacDo, E-I-E-I-O on the farm. Where 5 rotated 9 and 1. Because 1 is what's in the middle of 5 and 9, and it rotates. It rotates within. 16 becomes 29. Ken Dryden, KD, King and Queen. Why D? D is damn. I play this between English and French to make it work out, of course. KD, D is the 04th letter. K is the 11th letter. 1 and 1 is 2. 86 is the mind. 8 and 6 is the mind. Everything is, so when you see 888, it's actually 666. 5 and 1, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 3, 6 and 2. It is the queen. It is the mind. It is HH. It is the arches. And H and T. When you put T and H together, it says teach. When you go to the crap table and you listen to them, they say Yo 11. Yo 11 is 25 and 15. All you're missing is 5 and 5, 10. Yo 11 is the 7th gateway. They're telling us, the students. The books and the Torahs, we have to unravel the DVD from one side to learn it every single year and go over it every single year. It's not a record that goes around 45, 33 creation. The record goes right around. We can zing one side to the other one. But the Torah, you must unroll. And if you unroll it from one side, you roll it to the other. You unroll it from the other side, you roll it to the other. So that's the same thing for this one over here. This is the swastika mark. When I put this one together and this one together, because this is north-south, this is east-west, it's a continuous flow. Okay? The same thing for over here. Each one of these crosses that I did show you. I put a line over here, I put a line over here, and I put a line over here. When I create this line here, and I create this line here, I went in the upper house. This goes over here. No, I got to do it again. Let me show you this. This is the heart line, because that's how we measure it. Now we put on the wings. We put on one wing, and we put on 2 wings. We multiply. We now create the star. Now, how do I bring a line down here? What would happen? I have to bring one line over here, and I have to bring one line over here. We do not disturb the center. Okay, this is the one line. Now with this one line, we have to create our star system. Here's your star for this one life, and here's your star for the second life. There's no bar in the center on this one. No tic-tac-toe. Okay, it's the upper and the lower. This is the middle. If Rubik's Cube had 2 sides, this would be its own side right over here. But once you create this, it automatically makes a division between the upper and the lower. X, O, X. 2 X's create an O. At the same time, the H is now created, becoming H2O. When you put one bar, I'm just going to do this, make it easier, because I'm going to make it confusing. This bar here and this bar here is 1 point here, 2 points here. 2 bars equals 4. Trying to figure out where the center is. 3 bars equals 6. This is your life. Now this is your lifeline. This is turning this way. This is turning this way. This one is going this way. These are going this way. 1, 2, 3. And this one's going this way. So it's like something is jammed into your star system and is now flooding its own chemical or whatever it is, or it's supposed to be in the system. But this is your 2, 4, 6, and this creates your +2. This is your 6 and 2. This is the Queen's Elixir. This is the Queen's Elixir. Okay? The elixir is the gold within 9. Within L, which is the I. What is the I? Putting this thing right in the middle of the 6. So all this that was 6 now becomes 8. And now you have a second star system that is 6 and 2, and this becomes 8. And then in between these two, there is this over here between the two. This one will feed this one. This one over here does not need this. This one does need this because it has to come back into this one. It comes back. It goes up to this one and down into this one over here, and it's a back feeder, or it's a back feeder this way. Comes up through A and out through U. AU equals 21. The cube plus 1 equals to 22. I refer it to the cube as U, right, which is the return. But they had to make similarities. When they create this world, they must duplicate everything that's been created. Remember what I said about blue? Blue and white will turn grayish, but red and white will turn pinkish. Pinkish for pigs, pigs for life, pigs for cubes. 7 times 3 is 21. Here's your star system. So this star system, creating this star system, will create 666, and once I put the line of life in, everything becomes 888. So 888 and 666 are a reflection of each other. When I put the line inside the center over here, I must do the same thing as I did here. I must come down like this, follow on the line here, and then come out here. That's the way this system would be measured up. So I would have here, up, down, here, up, down. So if you take a look, right, this is your swastika right over here. This is your swastika. You don't have to count. Where am I doing? I don't have to count this part here. See the swastika right in here? See the swastika? Because there's no lines in between here to run on. They put a half-life. This becomes the half-life, running between the half-life, between the heartbeat. We saw what the yod did. If you want, we can just put ears on it and turn it into a dog. Or into a duck, whatever you want, if I put a bullnose on it. We understand what the swastika does. We understand when we have 3 levels of Rubik's Cube, what we do, we have to create a star on each one. Have you ever seen what the moon could look like? Maybe the moon is the reason that the bell is broken. Moon, 28 and 29 Hebrew days, 57. Moon, 20. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 equals to 26. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals to 20. 2 times 9, 2 plus 9 equals to 29 again, equals to 49, equals to the spirit of 76. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 equals to 7 times 6 is 42, 7 plus 6 is 13, equals 55. I said 26. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals 12. 2 times 6, 2... Leave it at 20. 0 equals 6. Add 6 equals to 51. 61 is the light. 1 and 6. 61 is the light. Put 1 and 6 over here if you want to say it like that. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 plus 9 equals to 11. Back to 29 again. 6 and 1 equals to 7. 1 and 8 equals to 9. 9 and 7 and 9 equals to 16. 16 equals to the light again. 9 by 7 equals 63. Creation of the light. 7 and 9, the gate and the birth. DC, what is DC? Between two sides, the average is 17. That is the queen, that is the tail, that is the gateway. 7 come 11. How does 7 come 11 work? Now, I had it done somewhere else, but I'm not happy with this video, so we're going to end it right now. It's a terrible video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Bulldozer, move over, cleaning the land, and dozen. What does a dozen mean? A dozen moons, a dozen planets. It is the actuality of where 4 meets a center point to the 1 aleph on the other side, repeating the same self. 4 and 1 joining equals 5, and 1 to the other side of aleph, repeating 2, 3, and 4 again, back to 5, and the piano vibration. And 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8 is actually the connection to the moon. They all create 10. 8, 2, 7, 3, and 6, 4 all create 10. 5 and 5 needs not created. It's within its own, joining the 2 worlds, E and E, locking the U together. I guess we're going to leave it at that. There's just so much information. I see it and I work it, and then when it comes to do the video, I have a hard time sometimes. Oh boy. Thank you for watching.